League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race, and he will score. Touchdown, Bengals. And that right there is how you silence the home crowd.
All week long in preparation, visiting teams talk about it. Okay, we've got to start fast. We've got to take the crowd out of it, as you just talked about there. We've got to control the ball early. And in this case, forget fast start. This is a blazing start. What they've talked about all week is their offensive unit doing that. Not necessarily the guys returning the opening kickoff, but believe me, they'll take this.
So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. I really enjoy watching Lamar Jackson run those RPOs, Charles, but I'll tell you what, it's tough calling play-by-play because you don't know whether he handed it off or kept it.
Makes you focus, doesn't he? You've got to try and stay with it, and even when we do, we often can get it wrong because our eyes naturally go to him because he creates big plays. But if you're a runner and you're playing with Lamar Jackson, aren't you happy? He creates so much concentration on him. It should open up things for you.
Now left side on the swing pass. Shoves him away. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards, the final tally. And here's Marshall. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. The Ravens sit 5-3 now on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Rifling one complete into the hands of Marshall. And the Ravens are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early first and goal.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. This is Marshall, and the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Second and goal from inside the 5. Throwing is Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens take it right down the field and score the opening drive. Tucker now to connect on the extra point. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From just inside the 20, a short kick. They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Off the play fake, here's Willis. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Nico Collins, 26 yards. And the Bengals have regained the lead. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that'll make this a 6-point game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, heal up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. And that is caught downfield by Thomas. A big play there on the catch and run. 65 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Jackson now. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Willis. And that is incomplete.
I like the confidence of the back. Panic in his eyes. As I throw it, trying to get from the motor off the quarterback's head. And that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
The Bengals bring out their punter now. As his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Fielded at the 33. A good head down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one. Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete.
Martin, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll run with Marshall. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They stay on the ground. This is Marshall again. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
And he is going to wind up losing yardage here as that will take us to the end. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Jackson. And he fires one incomplete.
So they look like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's 3rd and goal. Again, Jackson will keep it. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from 7 yards out. And the Ravens have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. Tucker with the extra point. And with him, his guys take the lead here by a point. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
It guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Willis looking to throw it. And a big loss here as he's taken down. 2 minutes gone by the second quarter. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Two things you can do in that situation. Run and punt the football and try to take a shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of a defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
I get the thought process. 3rd and short, give it to the fullback, let him bulldoze his way, but that means you're counting on your offensive line to win a lot.
Yeah, there was just a mass of bodies there at the line. Looked like more defenders than offensive guys. Winds up losing yardage. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. First and 10, Taylor now. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. second down.
Well, there's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd and 7, Willis. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Here's Willis on 3rd and long. They're going for Howard, but the pass intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Well, their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brand, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We've got 2, we got 2. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Will we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They run once more with Taylor. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Willis on 3rd and 1. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
They'll try the left side with Taylor. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped it. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Willis's throw complete here, pulled in by Howard. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. To the air on first down, here's Willis. He'll let one go deep for Howard. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Back to throw, Willis. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. 2nd down throw coming by Willis. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Howard. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So now it's 3rd and goal. This Raven defense trying to keep him out of the end zone. Willis on 3rd and goal. Touchdown! T. Higgins. in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Last play of the half. Here's Willis. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together, come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter. And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. They go play action now. Jackson. And he comes back with one complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Now Marshall. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
45 yards rushing for him now to this point.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
They'll keep it on the ground. Marshall. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fool them with the inside run.
From the 25 on second down, Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Bengals are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And that gets him a little room as he'll take this up over the 10-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Willis.
Intercept that for me, my boy.
And incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Now Willis on third down. He'll let one go deep for Howard. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
It doesn't look like this defense found the magic elixir at halftime. This offense was rolling in the first half, and that's continued here in the third quarter. Another big play right there.
Again from Taylor running right side. And he worked down the inside.
I get through them 3 motherfuckers.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
From the 44, Willis. He finds his man, complete. That's Glover. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Arnold.
Good block. Get him. Good block. Good block. We got a little bit of corners over here in Baltimore too. Good coverage, baby.
Well, this secondary just continues to be a force. Multiple interceptions in this game, and now the pick 6.
And the thing about it is once you get an interception as a unit, you think to yourself, okay, we got that. How do we increase it the next time? Get the interception, do a little more damage, and there's your outcome right there. Take it to the house and work that when they're trying to do offensive.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Last time, everything looked pretty good except that final play on the pick 6.
Yeah,
now they've got to come right back out here, Charles, and
yeah,
try to pick up the pieces and get things going again.
Yeah, certainly seems dire, doesn't it? But there is a silver lining, and it is hard to see so soon after that touchdown. But the game plan was definitely working. They were generating offense, had the ball beyond midfield, getting wins on each down against the defense. So they were moving it well. They just have to hang on to it.
As you said, though, probably tough to remember those good things on that last drive when it ended like it did. Willis now off play action. Sliding out the deep. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Here's Willis, 3rd and long. It's incomplete. Took a shot. Couldn't get it.
How about some applause for the defense?
Work day.
What's
up, man?
They're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away.
Oh.
It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return, and they will take over 1st and 10. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up the football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Complete to Likely on the out route. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. He found the hole in the zone.
About 14.
And was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
He's going to raise on twice. Score.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. A give, Dobbins to the right side. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Jackson's throws on target to Duvernay. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 25-yard line. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop right around the line of scrimmage. On 2nd and 12, Jackson. Complete to Dobbins. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Targeting Dobbins again.
Get off. Get off.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run with Dobbins. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain, but I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and goal. If you're going to pass down here, you better get that in the end zone.
I agree with you totally. And as we both know, the field's already condensed. There's just not a lot of space. So you've got to create some by getting some people downfield into the end zone.
Gotcha.
If you want to throw it short,
Oh, look at that shit again, bro. We're supposed to review all of them.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively?
Yeah, you're going to make me use a timeout for that shit. Look at that.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts. Tucker's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ballgame. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Willis to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. On 3rd down, it's Willis.
Let me see that. Let me see that shit. Meet me at that goal line, big man. See that shit. Talk about make adjustments, man.
Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick 6.
Shit.
And Brandon, how often do we hear offenses talk about every series with a kick? In case of a defense, they want it in with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
Kicks it on the ground with a squib, taken around the 28.
Get your ass over
They're going to
there.
take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position.
Hey, JL, can you grab my cup and get me some water, please? I think he's going over there.
The Bengals drive about to get going. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6.
That's tight end. Running back. Let me see.
Pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Yeah,
Picked
hold
off
that.
by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used.
Fuck that. Almost. I take that sack all day. With pleasure.
He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss.
My cup was right here, baby.
Free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, give me 1 second. Hold on.
Because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he better
Meet me down there, bucko. Meet me down there, bucko. Thank you, baby. Thank you. Hey, put this in the sink for me. Thank you, sweetheart. Your sister still got her coat on?
guys have just been running through in the secondary. This entire game. No pass rush. A lot of passes completed.
She can't help it.
Been an easy day for
Come here.
Dobbins
Get off.
Come here.
will take this into the end zone. It's a Ravens touchdown. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
She just wanted JF, so it was leaving him. That's why JF was saying she needed me to come and get my cup. Yeah, I ain't doing that.
And that's what he's been doing all season long.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
I can dig it.
This one taken just
Bitch.
10.
Heck of this little nigga, man.
And he'll get it up past the 20.
Fast,
Back
eh?
to 22.
Oh, you're in the comfortable chair. Oh, alright.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of
Watch that
reach.
tight end, watch that tight end.
Going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game.
He's a fucking bum. I'm releasing him. Because he ain't even put his hand up.
You have to think that's going to be something they're going
Young
to discuss
boy.
early in the film section in the coming days.
You're absolutely right
Fucking
about
man
that,
up.
partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made.
This shit. Higgins too big. I knew that was probably too big.
I think a lot
Big
of guys
ass
are already
fuck.
starting to think about, okay, how do we put this
Do,
behind
do,
us
do, do,
and get better for the next time out?
Do, do,
This
do, do.
uses motivation for the rest
Do,
of the
do,
time
do,
that
do,
they
do.
play to hopefully never be in this type
Do,
of
do,
situation
do,
again.
do.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and the lead is trimmed
Fuck
down
around
to
and
10.
fucking-
And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh no! And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And that one, and even 60 yards in the air.
Oh, wow.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
He ain't even hit my phone. Oh, it's my pocket.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you?
Running that
You're
bitch.
either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down.
Totally.
They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman.
Oh, it's not.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
She's probably yelling at some motherfucker.
A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Trey Hendrickson, the one who gets him on the ground. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him in no game.
Whoa. White boy almost picked six me.
The defenders certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage. And that throw had no shot.
An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Jackson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And oh no, it's incomplete.
Coverage.
Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up
Still
4th
bottom.
down. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle
What's
for
wrong?
just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time.
Still got your food on.
So that's not mission accomplished. It's still close.
Get your ass over here. Stealing the motherfucking kickoffs. Take your jacket off, big girl.
The sleeve's wet. I don't want you to keep on a wet jacket. It's wet.
I ain't trying to get none of that shit, man.
You want a jacket? You want to change to a warm jacket? You want to change to a
Shit,
warm
I ain't trying to
jacket?
get none of that shit, man. How I get on the floor?
You want to change to a warm
Ooh, that
jacket?
motherfucker done got all the way over.
That was wet.
Yeah, I was about to say, put too much air under that one.
The drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar
Trying to
has
be.
to be up for any potential.
You gotta take that wet coat off.
Probably not the last one.
Come on, let's take it off.
Oh.
Alright, whatever, get out my face, man.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Willis to throw. He lets this one
Hey.
fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot.
I'm about to say, he ready to hold up a superstar like that.
But we know this is definitely 4th down territory. Time not
Why'd you throw that at me?
I don't think they
Thank you.
get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
And that's going to wind
What's the
up
flag?
incomplete.
The
However,
Wu-Tang
we
shit.
do have a
Oh,
flag
God.
down. Let's check in with our referee.
Hey.
Certainly, those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
Now Willis.
Pressure.
And that one off the mark behind
Thank you.
him.
You got monies?
This crowd is on pins
Let me get some.
now because anytime you see the ball heading for the end zone, you really hold your breath and they come out of their seats. That one falls incomplete.
Here's Willis.
Got him.
And he's going to be
Go.
taken down. Back on the 35.
Gang.